Leonor's wedding dreams versus the brutal royal reality for many young women. A wedding is one of life's happiest dreams. A beautiful dress, family and friends gathered together, a joyful celebration, and the beginning of a new chapter. But what if your wedding wasn't just your own? What if every guest list was analyzed, every decision debated, every photograph broadcast around the world? For Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, the day if and when it comes will almost certainly be one of the most watched royal events of the century. Yet behind the glamour lies a reality few people ever consider. The truth is that becoming a bride while preparing to become queen is unlike anything most people could imagine. So what might Leonor dream about? And what realities would she likely face? Let's explore the difference between a personal milestone and a constitutional event. A wedding that would belong to a nation. For most couples, a wedding is deeply personal. For a future queen, it also becomes a national occasion. Millions of people would watch. International leaders and members of royal families from around the world could attend. The event would symbolize not only love but also continuity for the Spanish crown. That alone creates extraordinary pressure. Every detail would be examined. Imagine choosing a wedding dress knowing that fashion experts across the globe would discuss every detail. The designer, the fabric, the jewelry, the hairstyle, even the bouquet. Nothing would escape public attention. Every decision would become part of history. The challenge of privacy. Most engaged couples enjoy quiet moments together. They plan their future away from public attention. For Leonor, privacy would be much harder to protect. Photographers would follow every appearance. Rumors would spread online. Speculation would become constant. Even ordinary outings could become international news. Love in the public eye. One of the greatest challenges facing any future monarch is finding genuine love while living under constant observation. Friendships often become rumors. Casual meetings become headlines. Social media can turn simple photographs into dramatic stories. That makes building a private relationship especially difficult. A decision that would matter beyond the palace. Unlike ordinary marriages, a future queen's marriage carries public significance. People naturally become interested in the person who may one day stand beside the monarch. Questions would inevitably be asked. Can they adapt to royal life? Do they understand public service? Can they handle constant media attention? These are questions that most couples never have to face. Lessons from King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Princess Leonor has an important example close to home. King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia built a relationship based on mutual respect before becoming one of Europe's most closely watched royal couples. Queen Letizia entered the royal family after establishing her own career as a journalist. Their marriage demonstrated that modern royal families can balance tradition with personal choice. That example may influence Leonor as she looks toward the future. The weight of tradition. Royal weddings are rich with tradition. Historic churches, long-established ceremonies, family customs, military honors, state protocol. Each tradition reflects centuries of history. While these customs create unforgettable moments, they also leave little room for complete spontaneity. The expectations of a future queen. People often imagine royal weddings as fairy tales. But for Leonor, the event would also mark a major constitutional milestone. Following the ceremony, expectations surrounding her future role would likely grow even stronger. Every appearance alongside her spouse would carry symbolic importance. Their partnership would represent not only themselves but also the institution they serve. The human side. Despite all the protocol, one truth remains. Leonor is also a young woman. Like anyone else, she would likely hope for a day filled with love, family, and happiness. Those personal emotions would exist alongside the formal responsibilities. That balance between duty and personal joy is one of the defining features of modern royal life. Why the world would watch royal weddings have always fascinated people. They combine history, tradition, romance, and national identity. If Princess Leonor eventually marries, interest would extend far beyond Spain. People across Europe and around the world would watch to witness a historic moment. Not only because she is a princess, but because she is preparing to become Spain's future queen. Separating reality from rumors. From time to time, rumors appear online about Leonor's future relationships or supposed wedding plans. To date, there has been no official engagement announcement, and no confirmed plans for marriage. At this stage in her life, Leonor remains focused on military training, public service, and preparing for her future constitutional responsibilities. Any discussion of her future wedding remains speculative. A future yet to be written. One day, Leonor may indeed stand before the world as a bride. If that day comes, it will almost certainly be remembered as one of the defining royal events of her generation. But the details of that future remain unknown. The choice of partner, the ceremony, and the timing are all personal matters that have not been announced. Until then, her journey continues to be one of preparation rather than celebration. Conclusion. Princess Leonor's future wedding, if and when it happens, will likely be far more than a beautiful ceremony. It will be a moment where personal happiness meets public responsibility. A day filled with tradition, symbolism, and worldwide attention. Yet beneath the royal uniforms, historic palaces, and television cameras will be something timeless. Two people beginning a new chapter together. That is the dream. The royal reality is that millions will be watching every step. And perhaps that is the greatest challenge of all. For Princess Leonor, the road to becoming queen is already extraordinary. If marriage becomes part of that journey, it will not simply be remembered as a royal wedding. It will become a chapter in the continuing story of Spain's monarchy where love, duty, and history meet on the same day.